If you've got an XTool F1 or an F1 Ultra and you are not engraving these, take it from me, you are missing out. They're fast to make, they look great, and most importantly, people buy them. So I'm gonna walk you through the whole process from setting it up in XTool Creative Space to setting it up in the laser and then finally actually engraving it and the material settings as well. And then I can show you exactly how you can start making money from these. So stay tuned and we will get right to it. This item in particular is perfect if you're starting laser engraving because they're really cheap to buy. You can see on AliExpress right there, $5.89 gets you 6 of them, I think it was. I like to use jigs on these because you always want to know where your item is and it guarantees the position, which means once you set one file up in XTool Creative Space, it's easy there because you can do the same thing every time and just change the design. So we're getting the design from Creative Fabrica. I subscribe to this. I'm not affiliated with them, but it's great to find commercially usable content. So I've typed in Zodiac SVG, and that's going to give me a load of different options now of images. So I'm just scrolling through for the first time as you see this, looking for anything that's going to work well with a laser. And these ones in particular caught my eye because they'll look really great being lasered. They're not too complicated, they'll stand out, they won't take too long, and people love Zodiac signs. I've gone with a Taurus because that looks really cool in my opinion. So what we're going to do, we're going to click the download link, and what that will do is give us a bunch of images that are different formats. I'm going to take the SVG file because a vector image is really simple to work with in XTool Creative Space or any laser engraving software. It allows you to make it bigger or smaller as much as you want. So anyway, back to our jig. What we want to do first is, we want to know where we need to put the item. So on the F1 Ultra, you can generate a picture. You can't always rely on the picture to be accurate because it's not directly above the engraving space, it's coming at an angle. So what I like to do is to draw a box and frame the box manually, and you can see me moving it there so that on the actual item, you can see a perfectly framed box. Then I create a separate layer. So in this case, I've made it red because it stands out, it's easy to see. You then want to turn off the output so it won't be engraved, and then right click and select lock. That means that box cannot be moved, and we can now put our design safely inside of it, and we know that it's going to be in the exact right area. So if you were doing more than one bottle, you would just replicate this for every single bottle opener. So I've imported the image here, and as I said, it's a vector file, which means it can be shrunk and enlarged infinitely, and it will always maintain its clarity. That's why you want it. But the first thing we need to do is set the material. So in the top right, we'll select that box. Then we'll go into the material library. In this case, we know it's a wood, so we're going to select wood. And there you can see different types. We are going to go with bamboo plywood because this is a bamboo bottle opener. It automatically selects the F1, it recognizes that, and then we are going to be engraving. So let's change that to engrave. As you can see now, it's given us options of different parameters to achieve different types of darknesses, which is great. So what we'll do next is we will add that to XCS, and it doesn't automatically apply it. So make sure you click the top right again, select the material, click confirm, and then what you'll see is when you select your image, it's already done blue light reference, which tells you it is specifying directly to that material. We can now select which one we like. I like a dark engraving myself, so I've gone with 90. So that puts us in a good position. We've got our first image lined up where we want it. I've done a copy and paste. I'm dragging the exact same image to the other side, and I'm going to add a text in the middle saying Taurus because I think it looks really cool. I've gone with Zodiac signs because they are very popular things. I mean, my mum in particular absolutely loves Zodiac signs, and she would love this. So you've always got to think of a point of, what do people like? What are they proud of? People are proud of their star signs, their Zodiac signs. You know, it's a talking point. This is something they might use at a party or out and about, and it gives them, you know, someone's going to see it and they might start a conversation. So let's move on to our text. I want to select engrave, so it is engraved. I'm going to select the material again, and then I am going to change the font type because I want something a bit unique. Lots of options in XTool Creative Space, and I found this one in particular, which is called Agency, and it's really cool. I quite like it. It's got a Zodiac feel to it. So I've put it in the middle, spaced it all out, so that it looks in good proportion. And I think that is going to look great on these bottle openers. There's our final design. We just want to make sure that everything is level now, and we want to make sure that all the material settings are correct. So we'll do that right now. There you go. Happy with that one. That one's got good setting, and that one. They've all got the same setting, so we're good there. I'm now going to select all of them, and I'm going to do a line. But first of all, we're going to frame it on the thing to make sure it looks good. And you can see we've nailed it. Absolutely spot on. That is going to engrave, and that's going to look brilliant. So there we go. Kicking the engraving off, and I then do an outline engraving afterwards. Give it a spray with some IPA, isopropyl alcohol. Give it a wipe off. It'll clear off any soot, and I'll show you that right now. You can see it come off. That's why it's always worth doing that. And what we have is a great product. If you've enjoyed this, check out our other videos, and please subscribe to the channel. We will be doing lots more of these. Have a lovely day. Thank you very much, guys.